Hey everybody, it's Kandi, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing this evening? Well, tonight is Sunday night, June 2nd, 2024. My birthday's in 3 more weeks, exactly. And I'll be the big 5-5. Anyways, I wanted to come on here and make a video sort of about my day today. I had to be at work at 8 o'clock this morning, and I only worked 8 to 2. I got up, took a shower, did my regular routine, and I was at work by 8 a.m. Sunday mornings are really slow. Morning times are slow anyways, but usually on the weekends they're slower. Unless there's something going on where people have to get out and about early to, get supplies, get food or whatnot. But sometimes on Sunday mornings, people will wake up and come to the grocery store in their pajamas to get their eggs and sausage and bacon, etc., juice, milk, whatever they need to make their breakfast. And then other people slowly filter in to get the things that they need for their day, whether it's a cookout or family gathering or whatever. Especially now that summertime is upon us, we're going to be having a lot more, business, just people buying picnic type things, etc. I guess my whole point in this was, while I was at work and it was slow this morning, I had a lot of time to reflect on things, and the schedule came out and I had to work today. I talked to my boss originally about having Sundays and Mondays off and working Tuesday through Saturday, and I really thought he agreed to it, but this week's schedule didn't reflect that, and he didn't even give me 35 hours, okay? So, I was sort of kind of disappointed. But, I wasn't trying to let it get me down or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
And so then I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just grateful I have a job. I'm just grateful I have a job because there's so many people out there right now that want a job that can't find a job. And so I'm grateful I have a job. I'm grateful that I can afford this roof, even though I'm barely paying my bills and basically just working to pay my bills. I don't have much left over at the end of the day. But I guess what it comes down to is it doesn't matter, at the end of the day, how much I have in the bank or what kind of house I live in or what kind of car I drive or anything like that, because when when we die, we can't take it with us. So I'm really actually starting to learn to accept the fact that I am abundant in this moment in time on a daily basis, as far as I might not have a big savings account and I might not be able to spend as much money per week as I would like. But I stop and ask myself, am I doing without? No, I'm not. I'm not starving. I'm not out on the street. My electric's not turned off. My phone's not shut off. I have all the things I need, So, in essence, I am abundant. And so I just started basically saying my gratefulness mantra today at work. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. Today's an awesome day. And every person that I checked out or customer that came into the store. I greeted them. Every person I checked out, I had a really good rapport with today. And I guess it was probably around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Had this man come through my line. And we do have a cashback option. You can get $40 cash back. And I noticed that he was getting some cash back. So I was like, oh, let me see how much money you're going to get. It said $20. So I pulled out a $20 bill, handed it to him with the receipt, and said, there you go. Thank you, sir. Have a great day, and come again. He handed me the $20 back and goes, that's for you. I go, what? And he's like, yeah, that's for you. And I was like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah. He's like, put it in your pocket. Thanks for checking me out. You have a blessed day. I was like, what? Wow. Awesome. Wonderful. And amazing. Feeling that it brought me, because it really showed me that things can happen when you least expect them, and sometimes without a reason or a purpose at all. Just, that's the way the universe works, you know. And so it really made me happy, because now I got 20 extra bucks in my pocket that I can use to get a haircut if I want, or if I need to utilize in buying a couple more items before payday. I pretty much got my basics, though. You know, I got bread, milk, tea, coffee. I got plenty of sugar. I'm pretty much stocked up. I got canned goods. I've got lunch meat. I've got stuff to prepare meals, you know, with and stuff. So I should be pretty good to go. But at least I've got that to fall back on if need be, you know. So I'm just grateful. I'm just so grateful that happened. And then we had a rainstorm come in, and so I was able to move my vehicle, because the time the rainstorm was set to come in was around 1:30, and I didn't get off till 2, and I was looking at the radar, and I could tell, you know, it was dark, that it was going to be pouring down. So my boss let me move my vehicle closer to the store, so I wouldn't have to run out in the rain. And the storm hit around 1:30. Poured down, man. Got dark. Lights flickered a few times. Even went out for a second. That was around the time that I was just getting off work. Luckily, the computer systems didn't fail, but the credit card systems all shut off. And so then everybody was having to wait till their credit card readers reboot. And that's another thing. Cash is king. Cash is king. Why? Because cash stays within the community. Cash stays within the community, and, you know, makes its rounds, you know. Like, somebody comes in and pays me in cash for their groceries. Okay, well, then that money then goes and gets deposited in our bank account. It also helps pay my paycheck. The change that I give back to the people in cash, that money, they'll go spend that money somewhere else. And it's a cycle. It just recycles. Like, even when Daryl and I was homeless, This is a good example. Even when Daryl and I was homeless, and people would give us money, sometimes people think, oh, well, if you give homeless people money, they're just using it for drugs or whatever. No. We were utilizing it for our benefit, but it also benefited the community. Because the money that we were given, I would spend on the busing system. I would spend at businesses inside of these cities that we lived near in Ashland and in Medford, Oregon. The money stayed within that community. Because I spent my money at businesses in that community. And I didn't spend my money at corporate businesses in those communities. My job that I work at, it is sort of owned by a corporation, but it's union. We have if we become a member of the union, we own a portion of the company, basically. So, in essence, it is employee-owned. But I don't participate in the union or anything like that. But I do yield some of the benefits from working for a union. We don't have self-checkout lines. I had somebody ask me the other day, hey, miss, do y'all have a self-checkout line? I was like, no, sir, we don't. I was like, we actually offer customer service at this store. Unlike a lot of other businesses around here, we offer customer service first and foremost. Businesses like Walmart, Crest, places like that have all these self-checkouts, Target, all these other places. It's all about the money. And then I even read online somewhere that Walmart wanted to charge people like $98, $99 just to use the self-checkouts. I worked for Walmart right when self-checkouts started becoming like a trial type thing. We only put, I think there was 4 that we put in our store. And I was working for Walmart from like 2001 to like 2005. So it was sometime in the early 2000s is when the self-checkout started being trialed in a lot of stores. Now, it's everywhere you go. I refuse to use a self-checkout unless I only got like 1 or 2 little items and nobody's open. Nobody else is open. But I will not. Well, and I really refuse to shop at Walmart anymore anyway. I do not shop at Walmart for anything really. Unless it's something like a non-food item. Or a food item that we don't carry at my store that I might like. Or a different brand of something, you know. But it's very rare. I mean, I go to Walmart once a month, if that. But yeah, when I worked there, I refuse to go through self-checkout. It don't matter where I'm at. Somebody is going to check me and my cart full of groceries out. But even nowadays, I can't even afford a cart full of groceries. Hell, I can't even afford to fill up just the bottom portion of my cart. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm usually on limited resources. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful that I have air in my lungs. I'm grateful that I had the children that I have. I'm grateful that I've made the connections I've made. I'm grateful for majority of all the experiences I've had in life. Even if some of those experiences weren't so great, they still taught me a lesson. I know one thing. I came here to hold balance. And when I say I came here to hold balance, I don't necessarily mean I came here to hold balance for anybody other than myself and my situation and how I view things. Sometimes I can go pretty dark in my own mind. And say, poor pity me. But then I realize that's my ego. That's my ego trying to tell me what it wants me to hear. You know? Versus me listening to that really deep, still inner voice that is within all of us. And then realizing that you aren't even the person perhaps having the thoughts. Or exactly. You're not really the person having the thoughts. That there is an observer, you know. It's kind of like a threefold type of thing. But it is all about balance to me. My moon's in Libra, and Libra's insignia thing is the scales, you know, balance. Scales of justice. So my moon's in Libra, my sun's in Cancer, which is home-loving and emotional. And I am very home-loving, and I'm a very emotional person. And my rising sign is Sagittarius. That's probably where I get a lot of my fire energy from. It's through Sagittarius. And my straightforwardness, I don't have no time to play games. This is how it is, you know. I tell you how it is because I don't have no time to beat around the bush. You know, I mean, what's the point, you know? Either be honest and tell people how it is, or don't communicate and connect with people at all. Myself, I'm connected with a few people, but I wouldn't say many. As far as my hometown, I'm connected with my daughter, my immediate family. There's a couple of connections, a few friends that I have across the United States and whatnot that I would say I have developed somewhat of a connection or bond with, but not many. But I just speak how it is, and I think I like being around people, and I like having relationships with people, communicating, learning, sharing, etc., etc. Having someone there for you, you know, somebody that's on your side, you know, got your back, etc., etc. But I also enjoy being alone. I don't know what it is. I think it's something inside of me. Since I've lost so many partners, and friends, and love, you know, family, throughout my life, there's this part of me that is afraid to trust again. Not necessarily trust somebody. Trust the situation. I have a hesitancy in getting into a relationship with somebody because what if it doesn't last? So there I'm left with the heartbreak of it not lasting, you know. Or what if they die? Well, somebody else died. So yeah, there's that part of me that's trying to learn how to maneuver through life as happily as she can on this journey that she's on, you know. Just learning to love herself for who she is. Learning to embrace some of the shadow sides of herself, you know, and loving those parts of her even more. The ones that need probably the most love than ever before. Just accepting the fact that I am in life, where I'm in life right now at this age. All the experiences I've had throughout my life and the things I've been through. I am grateful to be here. I am grateful to be in this position. And to me, my future looks pretty positive and not bleak. Because we are the creators of our reality, not anybody else, unless we allow them to be, you know. We're the ones that control every single thing about our reality and our own personal life. And all of it is due to what we allow and what we don't allow, what we give our energy to and what we don't give our energy to. What we deem important and what we don't deem important. Going this way or going that way. But life is our own personal responsibility. There's a lot of people out in this world that don't like to hear that or don't want to think that, but when it comes down to it, that is the truth. And I'm all about the truth. Like I said earlier, I don't have time for any games or wish-wash. I've rambled on here about my day and some of my thoughts and feelings for the last 22 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and peace out. Let me see. Is there enough Miss J in here? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll be able to finish this bowl up. I've been trying to organize my phone, getting pictures, putting albums, just to sort of free up space and be a little bit more organized. I'm going to start trying to find a couple of different ways to try to make some videos that y'all might like. I don't know yet. I just got some ideas, you know. I just got ideas. But everything will fall into place as and when it needs to. Like I said, peace, love, hugs, nugs. Smoke it if you got it. Spread the love, you know. Give somebody a smile. Give somebody a hug. Give somebody a word of encouragement, you know. Because it does make a difference. Truly makes a difference in one's day. And until the next time, I'm out.